Good evening, good morning. Myself Daniel Peter. Today I will likely to say you about the helicopters. Okay, so very important अच्छा topic है, बहुत interesting topic है. So it's very nice topic about the helicopter. This is your model of a helicopter of a dolphin. Okay, so this is your basically a nose which is having a radar which have a localizer. Localizer is for lateral steerance of the helicopter, ILS instrumental landing system. Then here comes your uh, glide scope, that is for your vertical guidance of the helicopter. Okay, now this is here where the power plant is fitted. This is known as a pylon. Okay, this is your main rotor and this is your tail rotor. Okay, here the engine use is the turbo shaft engine, uses a turbo shaft engine, and it is very strong in construction. It is very lightweight, and therefore it is more powerful. Its horsepower is measured in shaft horsepower. Okay, the turbo shaft engine has your centrifugal flow compressor, okay, impeller, diffuser and manifold. Okay, now it has a power turbine, it has a your reduction gearbox, and here see this is your cabin. Okay, and here see you can see a vertical drive shaft, bevel gear motion, and this is here from the drive shaft of the tail rotor also, and this rotor is known as a Fenster tail rotor, and from here you can see this is known as a tail boom. Okay, this is known as a tail boom. Inside the tail boom the shaft goes, that is vertical motion to the horizontal drive. Here there is one intersection of the two gears happen, इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ द टू गियर्स हैपन एट 90 डिग्री, मतलब दोनों का मीट होता है 90 डिग्री पे, टेल रोटर का और मेन रोटर का. तो दे गियर बॉक्स इज नोन एज अ इंटरमीडिएट गियर बॉक्स. इंटरमीडिएट गियर बॉक्स पर्पस इज टू चेंज द डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन फ्रॉम वर्टिकल ड्राइव शाफ्ट टू हॉरिजॉन्टल ड्राइव शाफ्ट, नॉट टू चेंज द स्पीड. रिडक्शन गियर बॉक्स पर्पस इज टू मेंटेन the RPM of the rotor so that it should not exceed the velocity of sound, and the RPM should not be below so much so that it could not generate lift, so it will be dangerous. Okay, and it can lead to the stall of the aeroplane or a helicopter. Okay, this is your rotor, this is your rotor hub. Okay, the fan blades are usually made up of carbon fiber reinforced plastics. Okay, titanium. Modern days composites are mainly used. Okay, and your tip, erosion tip, blade erosion tip. Erosion means to wear out, prevent wear out. It is made up of stainless steel. Okay, now this is known as skid. This is known as skid type of landing gear. Okay, like in helicopter, aeroplane, the landing gear which is having a tire also, but in normal helicopter the tires are not used. Okay, this is known as skid. Skid require less maintenance as compared to wheel. You can refer the helicopter maintenance book for it. And for a ground operation the wheel is more easy to do the operation rather than skid type. For a ground operation wheel is more competitive, very nice. Okay, now this is your tail rotor. The purpose of tail rotor is to minimize the torque which is created by the main rotor. अगर main rotor ऐसे घूमता रहेगा तो क्या होगा, cabin घूमेगा, तो cabin को जो movement हो रहा है, the cabin movement which is happening, so it is minimizing the tail rotor. This is a model of a Apache helicopter and HL Prachand. Okay, this is your gun, this is your camera where the gunner or a pilot moves the helmet and then the gun moves over here. This is your Fenster type of tail rotor which is very efficient as compared to other type of tail rotors. Okay, this is skid as I discussed. This is your canopy fairing. Okay, now helicopters are driven by the two things, two joysticks we can say, like in PSP, PlayStation we play, the joysticks are there. So one joystick is known as a cyclic pitch. What is the purpose of cyclic pitch? Cyclic pitch is like to give the direction of the helicopter, forward, left, right, okay, backward. So this is known as a cyclic pitch. Okay, now what is collective pitch? Collective pitch is for the upward motion of the upward and downward motion of the helicopter to create the lift, which is a cyclic pitch, like your car handle, car ka handbrake of a car. Okay. The twisted grip, the twisted one grip or a engine throttle from where it is controlled in the case of helicopter by the collective pitch. Okay. Collective pitch means up and down motion of the helicopter, like your car handbrake. Cyclic pitch for the direction control. Engine throttle, engine trimming is controlled by the your collective pitch. Okay. Twisted throttle by the collective pitch. Now there are various bell crank pulleys which were there in older helicopters. New helicopter use a fly-by-wire technology, as fly-by-wire technology uses your actuator, your flight computers, and they give the signals by data buses like your ARINC 629, ARINC 429. ARINC 429 is for unidirectional flow and ARINC 629 is bidirectional flow by copper buses or data buses. Okay, copper buses क्या है? Is a strip of wires which are passing through. Okay. Now helicopters are having various types. Semi-rigid rotor, like your Apache helicopter, like your military helicopter is known as semi-rigid rotor. Now all feathering rotor. Okay, now normal, this is your all feathering rotor. This is your all feathering rotor. Okay. Now helicopters are controlled by a linkage, various, how this pitch change happen in the helicopter. There are two types of plates. There is a two plates inside the rotor. Okay. There is a below swash plate which is fixed and upper swash plate on the main rotor. There is a two plates. Below the swash plate is fixed and upper swash plate is movable. Okay. Now the cyclic control which is connected to the rotating swash plate, that is your upper swash plate, and the collective pitch for the up and down motion of the helicopter is connected to the lower swash plate in a mast. This is your mast. This is your mast. Okay. I hope you have understood this type of various helicopter constructions and all. The helicopters material generally are made up of carbon fiber reinforced plastics and your titanium mostly used. Okay. And mostly the helicopter uses the semi-monocoque construction. It is very lighter in weight and very high strength to weight ratio. So thank you.